Hi, my name is Vicki and I am a librarian at the Sonoma County Library. In this week's installment of the DIY series, I'm going to make for you a delicious pesto. I use it as a sauce on all of my favorite pastas. My family loves it and it's really fast and easy to make. You can enjoy it today or you can freeze it for another date. I think you'll enjoy it. To make this recipe, you will need 2 cups of fresh basil with the large pieces torn in half. You'll need 1/4 cup to half a cup of olive oil, depending on your taste, 2 tablespoons of pine nuts, a half a teaspoon of kosher salt, 2 cloves of garlic that have been peeled and crushed, 3 tablespoons of butter, and half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. This recipe will make enough pesto to dress 6 servings of your favorite pasta. In the bowl of a food processor, which I'm using today, or you can use a blender, place the basil, the olive oil, the pine nuts, the salt, and the garlic cloves. And you can put the lid on your processor. You will put your lid on and mix at high speed. With a food processor, I pulse it. Stop the food processor periodically, remove the lid, and using a rubber spatula, scrape down the sides of the container to move the ingredients toward the bottom of the bowl. Replace the lid and continue processing. Continue blending until the pesto is smooth. At this stage, you can freeze the pesto for later use. It will keep for up to 6 months. I use a glass jar to freeze it in. Be sure to label the jar with the date and the contents. The recipe included at the end of this video has instructions for thawing the frozen pesto and adding the last ingredients, the Parmesan cheese and the butter. Now that the pesto is smooth, scrape it into a bowl and stir in the grated Parmesan cheese. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to remove the blade of my food processor, set it in the sink, and pour it into a bowl. Next, I'm going to add the Parmesan cheese to my pesto and stir it in until it's completely incorporated. It begins to look a little bit more solid at this point, and you're wondering if it can be distributed evenly over your pasta, and it can, and I'll show you how I'll do that. Now, I'm going to add the butter, which is always good. I have to use my other spoon for this. Get a little bit easier. That butter is at room temperature. This is what the pesto looks like with the butter and cheese added to it. It's all pretty well incorporated. Now I'm going to add my cooked pasta into the bowl with the pesto. And I'll just use my spatula that I had used before. I'm going to add a tablespoon or so of the hot pasta water into it. This will help to coat the pasta evenly. After I coated the pasta with my pesto sauce, I poured it into my favorite bowl, put a little bit of basil on the top. It's delicious, it's easy. Enjoy.